Hey, welcome to the Dreway. I am so glad you're here. Hey, have you hit the subscribe button yet? Come on, you got to hit the subscribe button. You got to help me get to 100,000. I can dream, right? But you're here for the show. Well, let me get on with the show. Let's get started. Let's go. Hey, welcome to the Dreway. I'm glad you're here. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I know I've said it twice now, but I really need your help to 100,000. So come on. But let's start talking about what we need to talk about. And that is, do you know what I've discovered? Do you know what I've basically figured out? It took me a little while to figure this out, but do you know what watching Trump is like? Because over the last couple of days, I've had to watch this guy and watch him speak. You know, watching Donald Trump is a lot like watching bad porn. Yeah, you heard me right. Watching Donald Trump is like watching bad porn. You know, when you're watching bad porn, you just kind of fast forward, right? Same thing with Donald Trump. You just want to fast forward and get to the really dumb part. Because, oh my gosh, every time you turn around, this guy says something dumber than the day before. But I mean, and no one is saying that, no one's saying anything out loud. No one is going, yeah, that's not how any of this works. You know, here he is talking about things like, you know, how you become a U.S. citizen, and just because you're a citizen doesn't mean I can't take it away. And what are you talking about? You know, what makes you think as president you can take away someone's citizenship? Because guess what? You can't. So I have no idea what he's talking about. But now, if you've been listening to news, and this is the thing, if you don't listen to news around the world, you have no concept. You have no idea what is really going on in the world. And I'm going to give you a perfect example of that in the next segment. But let's stay with this thought right now. Donald Trump and all the things that he wants to do, all the nonsense. And when I say nonsense, I'm talking about the universal tariffs on everything coming from Canada and Mexico. You know, Canada, which gives us lumber and oil that we depend on to lower gas prices. We get cheap oil from Canada, you know? So how is this all going to play? I'll tell you how it's all going to play, because there's other economists around the world, and you don't hear about this on our news. Our news doesn't tell you this because our news is all bought and paid. That's why many of you, including me, I don't even watch the news anymore because it's such baloney. You can tell that we're being basically pushed propaganda and not the real truth. Because the real truth is this: around the world, people have looked. Scholars of economic scholars and people that are professionals at the economy have looked at the data and looked at the facts and have said overwhelmingly, if Donald Trump does any of these things he's talking about doing, the United States will go into a horrible recession almost immediately. Yeah, and that's not just one. That's like a universal thing across the world. Looking at what Donald Trump wants to do, economist after economist after economist are like, yeah, that'll throw the United States into an immediate recession. Yeah, and it'll be bad. And it'll be really bad. Yeah, because people already on the bottom rung that haven't been lifted by the current economy, they're still hurting. There's still a number of people at the bottom rung that still need help. And how is Donald Trump imposing tariffs and higher prices supposed to help them? Not to mention, they are specifically going after things like the SNAP program. Yeah, the rich, what's happening is Donald Trump is surrounding himself with a bunch of rich people. And do you know what rich people want to do? Rich people want to cut programs for people that are barely getting by. I'm not talking just about people that are on the lower social economic class, but I'm talking about people like, oh, I don't know, disabled veterans. Yeah, let's go after their money too. Veterans health. Yeah, let's go after their money too. Why are these rich people talking about cutting things that basic Americans count on so badly? So many people count on so many of these benefits to get by, and all these rich people want to do. And some of you put these rich people in office. Why? I have no idea. Why would you put a bunch of rich people in office? Because they don't give a damn about you. And the thing I don't understand is if I'm a billionaire and you came to me and said, hey, if all of us collectively get together and give a small section of our income to make the world better for these people, wouldn't you want to do that? Wouldn't you sit there and go, dude, I have all these billions of dollars. Yeah, if you take 50, 100 million from me, it doesn't change my life whatsoever. But what it does is it provides social benefits and a bottom, some type of fishnet, if you will, so people don't fall down all the way. But rich people just don't care. They don't care. And now that's what we're about to have for the next 4 years, because in office, we have a dumb guy that is rich, that has other rich friends that don't care about you. Let me know what you think in the comments. Welcome to the Dreway. I'm glad you're here. Like I said, we have a lot to talk about, so stick around. But let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know what you think. I really want to know. Stay right with me. Welcome back. I want to talk about more about the news, because I'll give you a perfect example. The news already is going after the guy. If you notice, we're not getting very good news reports on everything that this guy. I don't even know if they're putting out his mandate and his paper that he wrote. I don't even know if news stations are putting that out, because the news seems to want to get us to the point where we hate this guy. And I have nothing but understanding for what this man did and why he did it and why he felt he needed to do it. When you look at his circumstances, his mother's circumstances, and his own, and his dealing with big corporate healthcare, it's like it's like the guy that, did you guys see on the news just yesterday? I think it was yesterday. The guy bought a car. The dealership made all these claims on the car. The guy drives it away. He barely gets home, and he calls him up and says, hey, this is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. This car isn't anything like you said. I'm bringing it back. And they said, no, you bought it as is. Tough luck. And he says, oh, I'm bringing it back. You better believe it. And I want my money back. And they said, nope, sorry. Buyer beware. You're stuck with it. F you. And he goes, oh, yeah, really? And he literally drove through the front door of the dealership, crashed right into the building. He said, yeah, you're taking this car back, and crashed to the front door. Again, you want to try to make him out to be the bad guy? I don't see it that way. I see it as a guy that just had enough. How many times have we gone to a dealership and been completely screwed over by the dealership? Raise your hand if you've gone to a dealership and been screwed by that dealership. Go on, raise your hand. Yeah, what, all of you? Yeah. So we know exactly how this guy felt. But that was just getting a lemon car and being taken for a ride with a car. This guy that shot the CEO, this guy literally had to listen to his mother shrieking in pain and trying to deal with this insurance company who was constantly denying her health benefits. Not only his own circumstances, but to stand by and watch his mother go through this day after day after day after day. And I can sympathize with them. I really can, because I deal with the exact same things with my mother. My mother is 84 years old, and you would not believe the amount of time she has to spend getting approval for every single little test and thing that she does. She has to get an approval. There has to be an approval. There has to be an approval. And it takes, I cannot begin to tell you how many phone calls it takes. And these are, like I said, my mom's 84 years old. We have 80-some-year-old people begging for health care, begging to get the things that they need to stay alive. How does this make sense to anyone? How does this system seem like it's fair or equitable? And why? Somebody tell me why we continue this same system. Because maybe this is the straw that broke the camel's back. Maybe this taking place in New York and this CEO getting shot, maybe it's the beginning of a conversation. Did it necessarily have to take that? Like I said, I have sympathy for the guy because I can just imagine him listening to his mother shriek in pain night after night after night, and a health insurance company that has been paid faithfully year after year, and now they're needed, and now they're not there. So say what you want. I understand. I truly understand. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know what you think about the whole thing. And stay right there. We have more to come. I just have one question for you. How is deporting all these people that Donald Trump is talking about deporting, how does this benefit America? And instead of talking about deporting people, why isn't the very first... Donald Trump is in office. Donald Trump has the Senate. Donald Trump has the House. Where is the fix for immigration? Where is the bill that fixes immigration and fixes the border? Where's the fix? That's all I want to know is where's the fix? Where's the bill that fixes immigration so it's not a problem anymore? So we have updated legislation and the border is no longer an issue. Where is the bill? Where is it? And is Trump going to sign it on day one? Because I'm going to bring it up every single day. From the minute he walks into the office, I'm going to bring it up every single day. Because I don't believe Republicans have any desire to fix immigration whatsoever. None. They have no desire to fix it whatsoever. They want to complain about it every single election. And this is going to be absolute 100% proof. Because if they are not fixing this monumental, massive problem on day one, it means it's all bullshit. All of it is all a bunch of bullshit. Every bit of it. Because on day one, the House, the Senate, and the President should have a bill that he is signing to fix immigration. Because I don't want to hear a single word. After day one of his presidency, I don't want to hear about immigration ever again. I don't want it to even come out of your mouth. Because here you've got the President, the Senate, and the House. You can fix it in one day. And if you don't, that means you've been full of bullshit the entire time. And you just want to scare people into pretending, oh, everybody's just crossing the border. The United States is under siege, blah, 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 blah. Fix it. Fix it, fix it, fix it. Fix it from the very start. I don't want to hear any BS as to why you didn't fix it. You should fix it on day one. You have the presidency, the Senate, and the House. Because I'm tired, so tired of listening to it and hearing this garbage about, oh, they're just crossing the border in droves. Millions of people are just flooding across. Yeah, that's not what's happening. That's not what's happening. It's not true. It's never been true. But it's what we have to listen to every single election. And I don't want to hear it anymore. But, let's see, because like I said, he's about to take office in a little over a month. And by the way, all this stuff that the Republicans have been complaining about, on day one, I'm going to hold them all accountable. And after 10 days, after a month, after 6 months, I'm going to be going, where's the fix? Where's the fix? Where's the fix? Because, it's one thing to to complain when you're not in control. But when you're all in control, you better fix things. You better fix them and fix them right away. Because all you did for 4 years was whine and cry about everything. And that's what Republicans did for 4 years. They whined and they cried about everything. So we'll see how fast they fix it. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm glad you were here. Welcome to the Dreway. I'm glad you were here for another show. If you haven't seen any of the other shows, check them out. And don't forget, the Dreway is every day. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button because I'm on my way to 100,000. Or at least I'm trying. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time on the Dreway. See you later.